You are now listening to the Odd Valley Podcast.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Odd Valley Live. We are back with you. It's been a month. I mean, because we only do this once a month, and we're back here with you. I am Mochi Squeeze, your wonderful host, and Jacob Jones, the co-host right over there, co-hoster, producer, jack of all trades for all our shows on this podcast network.
Dungeon Master.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't like to call him that unless we are playing D&D, because, I just
Yeah,
don't.
but
if
that's a cool title to have as, like, the producer
if
of
you
everything.
want that to be your title, then fine. I will do that for you. But,
Okay. Sure.
But we have to make it official. Like, you have to say it.
It's
Like,
been
hey,
official.
This is what I want to be called.
I've been saying that every episode.
Okay, well,
Every
guess
single
what?
one. But you refuse.
I will call you that now. Okay.
All right.
Anyways,
Maybe if I have a D20 every time, then
no.
it'll remind. Okay.
No, it won't. It
All
won't.
right.
But
Cool.
Anyways,
Hey, whatever.
We are here with you again, wonderful people. This is Odd Valley. It is a drinking podcast, so we do want you to drink with us. We do try to do it around the happy hour time. I mean, we miss it by a little, but it's okay. It's still, it's still time to drink. It's a Friday night. Time to get the weekend started and everything like that. But yeah, so we drink on this podcast, and it does say adult content. I did see that as a warning when I did, log on to, so that I could participate in the chat. Once everybody's on and stuff like that and people are chatting.
Yeah, so like there's a new thing on Twitch, newer, but it's called content classification, and we are filed under drugs, intoxication, or excessive tobacco use.
Yeah, I did see that. So,
Yeah.
Sorry, the top of my head is
it's
itchy.
fair.
It's like itching me. But anyways.
Oh, you're cool.
But yes.
Itch away.
It did say that, which was awesome. I mean, but yeah.
Pretty awesome.
But anyway, so yeah, we do drink here. So if you can, please drink with us. It is more fun.
Mm-hmm.
We are fun, but we are more tolerable when we're drunk, especially when we get drunk.
We are fun
too. You know what I mean? But we normally like to make this kind of like an educational podcast where we drink and we try to teach you about something. But today we are just doing what we are now calling our Barside chats. So basically it is going to be an episode where we're kind of just talking. We're talking to you guys about things that we have been doing. Things that we have done or blah blah blah, and you could talk to us about stuff too in the chat. You could let us know what you've been doing, and basically like conversations you would have with your bartender. This is basically what we're doing. You know what I mean? If you need advice, if you need whatever, this is what this episode is for.
Conversations with your bartender.
Yeah, so it's like conversations with your bartender. It's like what I like to picture what this episode is going to be like.
Okay.
We will still have the Wheel of Misfortune, so we still will have the words.
Trebek.
But before we get into that, let's go ahead and take our preliminary shot.
Could I have a beer as well? Bartender? Would that be okay?
Yeah, so we...
That'd be awesome.
There you go. So,
Thank you.
So we're going to go ahead and do our preliminary shot, which we always do. We are taking shots of Jameson here, and you take whatever shot you want at home. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing.
Got a little beer on my palm.
Okay, don't forget to put my chopstick back on there because that's what I mix my drink with.
Sorry.
We're very advanced here. We use chopsticks to mix drinks and all that. Now
Great job.
broke the immersion. You know now how we mix our drinks up in Odd Valley Studio.
It's a chopstick on top of a rag.
Yeah, I normally have a paper towel, but I guess the rag is like more environmentally friendly. But since we're up here, I have a rag. But downstairs,
I think it's a clean rag.
It is a clean rag. I pulled it out of the linen closet, so that is clean.
Sure.
But anyways, okay, so let's take our preliminary shots.
All right.
Everybody raise your shot glass. So we do have that here. So cheers everybody.
No, she's got the Clown Motel shot glass.
Okay. So
Freshly
we got that.
haunted.
We did that. So now we're moving along. We're going to go ahead and do Trebek now. So Trebek is our Wheel of Misfortune. We write words on it. And whatever, we spin the wheel twice, whatever word it lands on, whenever we say that during the podcast, you drink. So we drink, you drink, we all drink.
Do you have the bell?
You know, I do have the bell. So whenever you hear this,
fuck,
that's when you drink.
Wow, that was crazy.
So,
all right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, Action Cam, show us the wheel.
There is the wheel.
Okay, here we go. Here's all the possible words we have this week. Fun. Show. Love/drama. Drink, drink, drunk, which is on there forever. We got fuck. We have pronouns. We got game.
No, we have her, him, they.
Yeah, pronouns. We have game.
But only her, him, they.
We got family, book, and names.
Not he, she, them, or all that. It's just her, him, they. If we say those things.
Her, him, they.
That's what you wrote on there.
I mean,
didn't say
it's
pronouns. You wrote those specific pronouns.
Okay.
So we can only drink if those specific pronouns are said.
Shut it.
Just saying. Just
Shut
trying to complete the thought.
Okay. Hold on.
Hey, listen.
Okay. See, I got the soundboard queued up today.
Nice. Okay. Good job.
You gotta give me more samples to add there. I just realized I should just add the Lil Jon on that shot song, where he goes shot, shot, shot,
Of
shot,
course,
shot.
you're a DJ.
But-
you should have that.
But I only want one of those. I just want him to go shot,
No, that's stupid.
shot. That's it. Just one.
Anyways,
Just
okay.
shot. I think that'd be funny.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna spin this twice.
You didn't say the other one. You stopped at names.
No, I started it. I started with
okay.
fun.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, go
You
ahead.
should take
Go
a
ahead.
sip for that.
Whatever. I've already been drinking
You're
a little
fucked
bit.
up.
Go ahead.
What do you mean you've already been drinking? You're supposed to be sober at the beginning.
No, I didn't do that this time
Oh,
because of what's
no.
gonna happen on this Barside chat.
Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's spin it twice. Let's see where we land this week.
Well, I mean, meaning drinking, I like sips and stuff from.
I don't take any sips until we start.
Oh well, too bad.
Love/drama.
Okay,
Okay.
love/drama. That'll work.
Jesus, almost threw the dropped this dang. Oh no.
Well, I mean,
All right, drink,
I
drink,
mean,
drunk.
let's do it because we're doing this. We're doing Barside chats. Barside
All
chats
right.
with your bartender.
That's true.
So let's make it happen.
Let's see here. I'll play this one.
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
You like that one?
Yeah, but now I want potatoes.
I want potatoes too.
See, fucked it up. Now we're hungry.
That's for later.
Sure.
Okay, so the words of the week are, and you're gonna hit a bell every time you hear any of them. You ready? Love, drama, drink, drank, and drunk. So that's 5, I think.
I don't know why you have to say all of it. Oh,
As is
and
tradition.
to let everybody know
Oh, excuse me. Jeez.
what we are drinking, I have made myself a mixed drink. I am drinking Jameson and Diet. I have this tumbler. I forgot I had this tumbler, but it keeps the ice like lasting forever. So I figured this would work for when I'm up here. I just have to bring a couple Diet Cokes, and we always have the Jameson bottle up here anyways. I didn't bring a couple Diet Cokes. I just brought one Diet Coke because after this I'm probably going to switch to Michelob Ultras so I don't get too trashed because we have plans for tomorrow. So, I mean, not heavy duty plans, but fun plans that like we kind of want to do. But we'll go ahead and we'll talk about that when we actually start. I mean, unless we're starting now. I really don't know, but anyways, let's just say we're starting now. Okay? So,
Start.
yeah, we're starting.
Okay.
So, I mean, like I said, it's kind of like chatting with your bartender. So, what
Okay.
I do want to talk about, what I'm going to start off with is that I had a really weird week this week.
Okay.
I mean, it was a short week. I was off on Monday, which was very relaxing because I had the house all to myself.
No drama, right?
Yeah, because Jacob had to work, and I just stayed home.
I wasn't home playing Armored Core 6 and like shouting at the TV.
But I just read all day. So one of the things that I did read is because it is going to be October, I did want to do a spooky book.
Ooh, get spooky.
Yeah, so I did want to get a little spooky. I did want to get scared. And if any of you guys out there, I'm just going to say, if you guys don't read books, I'm not going to judge you, but you should. Because if you like scary stuff, like, reading scary books is fucking scary, man. It's scarier than watching a movie, to be honest.
Really?
Like, you just toss on, like, a spooky soundtrack, which is what I did.
Okay.
I put a spooky soundtrack on while I was reading, and I was terrified. And it was daytime, and I was still terrified. So you imagine, like, at nighttime, and then, like, you're fucking terrified.
Oh, wrong background.
Well, the book,
Oh my God.
the book that I was reading is Riley
There we go.
Sager's The Only One Left, which is pretty good. I'm not really going to spoil it for anyone. I think you guys should read it. It was a quick read. It was only like, I think, like 200 something pages. So I read it in one day, like one sitting. I read it in like 12 hours. So it was pretty good. You know what I mean? And it was a page turner. Really was amazing.
This book?
Yeah, that book right there.
Cool.
So, Mr. Hawks, hi.
Hawks.
We're talking about,
Is that still on?
that is
The
still
fan?
on.
You need to turn that fan off.
Well,
I'm gonna go do that.
okay. But, so
What's up,
that's,
Mr. Hawks? How's it going?
Yeah, so I read that on Monday. It was really good. It scared me. I was scared. So, but take it with a grain of salt because I'm a scaredy cat. Like, I get scared over everything. So I don't know, but I thought it was very good.
So, like, it's not like a ghost book or like a monster book.
No, it's not
more
a
like
ghost
a
book.
thriller.
So I guess you could say, yeah, it's like a thriller because it's just about, like this caregiver has to be a caregiver to a person that everyone thinks murdered her whole family, basically. But she's like old now or something like that.
Whoa.
And then she gets all.
It wasn't me, Lenora said, but she's the only one not dead. Drink!
Yeah, or something.
Hit the bell.
So. But anyways.
We got the royalty free jazz in the background,
Yeah.
by the way.
But other than that, I mean, but my week was kind of weird. Like, I had, I had this one, I'm not gonna say names, so it will be fine, but I had this one patient that's like, I have a run-in with this person all the time because of pain medications. And, I understand right now it's really sad because like I work in oncology, so all my patients are pretty much cancer patients, and they can't get their pain medication because because everybody like because of all the drug addicts that are abusing it, right? So it's really hard for them to get their pain medications. But in this case, it's like really hard because everywhere is out of stock. I don't know if all the other states are having this problem. Please, if you're in another state, please let me know. But like here in Nevada, apparently every fucking pharmacy is like out of pain medications or something. Like they're out of stock.
Fuck?
Yeah, so I feel
Why?
bad for my patients. I have no clue. They say it's a manufacturer back order, so I'm assuming it's like happening in other states too, but I don't know. But the thing is with this particular person, they're like the thing is it's like they want us to drop everything and try to like manifest the drugs. And I'm like, I can't do that. So I can't do that. Like I don't create this medication. You know what I mean? If I had it, I would give it to you, but I don't have it. I can't make it.
Yeah.
But they always call and they're like, you know.
Do they think that you just have like a mortar and pestle at your workstation?
Yeah, they think it's like my fault. Like they're like, oh, you're not helping me. Yeah, they literally they yell at me and they're like, "Oh, you're not helping me. You don't care about me. You don't care that I'm dying." And it's like, I do care you're dying. I'm trying to help you. I'm doing everything I can, but you know, I just can't. So like, I had a really rough week with that because I had to talk to this person like for hours on end, and it was hard. Sucks. So
you want to take a drink with me?
But, you know, so. But anyways, I mean, besides that, on my part.
Why is it hard for me to sip that?
For you, Jacob, what else are you doing besides, you know, I mean, are you reading any books?
So I didn't have a rough week at all. Actually, I had a pretty nice week. There's just so many goddamn video games this year. It's like daunting to try to play them all. And you know me, like, I want to play everything. I want to, like, I'm not just, like, the guy who's only going to play Fortnite or only going to play puzzle games, you know? Like, I like everything. That's kind of my whole thing is I just want to experience, like, so many things. But, like, video games are expensive, you know? But then there's Game Pass, and there's just, like, so many games on there. And there's games coming out all the time on there. And so it's been kind of a crazy year to just try to play everything. So that's a struggle, but it's not like a bad struggle because obviously it's like something I'm just doing for fun, you know? So you could say it's a good year, but I've been losing sleep this year a bit because I'm trying to do all this stuff while like also going to work. It's kind of impossible. This is like ASMR. I heard that on my headphones.
Well, you're welcome, everybody.
Nice. That could have been a Coke commercial.
This is a Barside chat. You would hear this.
So yeah, like in the video game world, I'll get into that a little bit later. But like that's been part of it. Is that like the reason why I'm bringing this up now is just like I've been losing sleep, staying up till midnight every night, getting 5 to 6 hours of sleep every work night. And it's been pretty, like, rough living that way. This week, though, and you know this, we've been watching the show, What We Do in the Shadows.
And we did start watching it,
which is very fucking good.
It's very good.
You should watch it if you haven't.
Yeah.
Even if this is in the future and you're watching this episode, like, oh, hey, that show, still good, man. Just go back and watch it. It's timeless. You know what I mean? Because it's about vampires in Brooklyn, I think, right? Or no,
Staten Island.
Staten Island, yeah. It's really funny. There was a movie that it was essentially a continuation of that had, you know, by Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement, which Jermaine Clement, he's from Flight of the Conchords. So if you ever heard of that show, you know. And he's like a brilliant songwriter.
Never watched
and stuff.
it, but I should have.
I watched the first episode. It's on HBO. I think I should watch all of it because it's kind of like a show from the aughts, you know, as they say.
I love how like I remember when you were fucking complaining about.
No, I still hate it.
How people use the words the word the aughts, and then like now you just fucking say it like it doesn't even
I
fucking
have
matter.
to. It's because that's just what people refer to it as.
I don't use.
But the
I don't
aughts
say
means
the aughts.
2000s, whatever. Mr. Hawk says I saw them in SLC years ago. That's. Wait, what's SLC again?
Salt Lake
City. I can only think St. Louis right now. I'm sorry. My brain's fried. Don't ask me. Sweet. Awesome. I hope that you saw... I don't know exactly who you saw. Was it What We Do in the Shadows or the Concords? Either way, you're in good hands. But anyway, the show is... There you go. He saw Flight of the Concords. The show itself is basically a continuation of the story from the movie that is from the UK, featuring, like I said, Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi. They're the ones creating the show, but they cast all new people to fill the new roles of the vampires, and it's just such a good show. So all I've been doing this week is like coming home. We watched 3 episodes of that. I'm like cooking, eating a bunch of food, and just passing out on the couch after I smoke a bowl. It's been a very nice week of me getting 8 hours of sleep every day. So I feel pretty well rested. I feel great. I want to drink drunk right now. Also, remember, if you are watching, you need to take a sip every time you hear the bell, too. Don't forget that. And Mochi Squeeze. Bartender, please, if I could have another beer. That'd be wonderful.
But yeah, so we've been watching that, and it's been really good. So if you haven't watched
Good
it,
ass show.
You should. It's really funny.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it, but that it's really funny, and it is actually pretty interesting too. So I don't want to give too much away, but
there's plot, you know what I mean, and there's like overarching plots that that happen over the course of a season, and like there's almost like a mystery to that show, where like. Yeah, without spoiling it, there will be mysteries put up in front of you. Think of it this way. If you've ever watched Futurama, which is like a funny show, but then there might be more to it. There might, like, all of a sudden they kind of hit you with a gut punch or just something bigger than just like laughs. That's what's happening there. Also with Disenchantment is kind of like that as well.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, it's like the Simpsons writer and all that stuff, the Futurama cast, or like the writers and Matt Groening who make Disenchantment. Yeah. But then there's always like this overarching like mystery that's happening in the background. That's kind of like to some degree that's kind of what happens in What We Do in the Shadows.
But I feel like What We Do in the Shadows is kind of like it's kind of like Seinfeld for like vampires.
That's such a good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's like Seinfeld.
It's a show about nothing, but they're vampires.
But they're vampires. So if you were a vampire, you would just be like, "Oh, this is like Seinfeld." You know, it's like
love that show.
Yeah. So
hit the bell, please.
So but yeah.
Besides that, I've been really nerding out with my homies over at Neon Pocket Dimension, another Odd Valley Studios joint.
Yeah, so this is basically Barside Chat is basically like Neon Pocket Dimension's Vibe New or whatever, like where they talk about things that they've been nerding out on.
That's right. What you've been nerding out on.
Yeah, what you've been nerding out on, which is basically, so Barside Chat is basically that, but Odd Valley's version, because we're drinking.
Or you could say sectors, but I don't know about the whole sectors thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But we're drinking, so it's much more fun. I mean, Neon Pocket Dimension is fun too, but then you're not like pounding drinks like a motherfucker like on that show. You're doing that like here on
motherfuckers
this show.
Are pounding beers.
Yeah, because we're like drinking constantly whenever we.
No, that's true. Yeah.
So
Oh. Good one. You know what I read? By the way, I got the new Belgium pack today of multi-beer, 12-pack, whatever. I heard that the 2 top most popular IPAs in the U.S. are Voodoo Ranger and Voodoo Ranger, some variant.
Oh.
Voodoo Ranger is the most popular IPA. Like that's the IPA everyone's drinking, which is weird to me.
Is it owned by Budweiser or Anheuser-Busch?
Everything fucking
because
is.
like Anheuser-Busch just like fucking owns everything in the entire world. which I actively try to buy beers that are not owned by Anheuser-Busch, but like unless you get the craft beers that are like fucking $20 for a 4-pack or something.
Excuse me.
Like every fucking thing is Anheuser-Busch.
No, check this out. This is really interesting. I think I have a window. Look at this. In 2019, New Belgium was acquired by Lion, an Australian subsidiary of Kirin Beverage Group of Japan.
Okay.
This is a Japanese beer.
I mean,
Domo
is it though?
arigato.
Like, I mean, it might be owned by Kirin, a group of.
Was that cringe?
But it might be still made in America.
No, of course, but
it's not Japanese beer.
Owned by Australia, Japan.
Okay, but I like it even more
Pan.
now that it's not owned by Anheuser-Busch.
True.
Now I feel a little
Well, look.
better about buying it.
Look, dude, I
Because I
love
watched
drinking
a
local
documentary-
brewery beers.
Because I watched a documentary called like Beer Wars a long ass time ago, and that was a really good documentary. And it talked about
2009.
it talked about how like, oh, what are you gonna say? Are you gonna say the aughts? It was out in the aughts.
It was at the very end of the aughts.
Okay, here you go. But yeah, whatever. But this
Why do you have to
documentary,
be so mean?
this documentary is very good. So if you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch it.
Let's look at the IMDb page.
Because it talks about the world of beer and how Anheuser-Busch, like, I mean, I guess it's an anti-Anheuser-Busch like thing, but
Yeah, well, fuck them.
But
Fuck
it does talk about the placement of beer on the shelves and how much money really fucking matters with that, and all this stuff, and then it talks it talks about Dogfish Head because they don't want to be bought by
Good. I hope they still aren't.
And I hope they still aren't, but I don't know. It's been a long time.
Albeit they are a very expensive beer. Dogfish Head is really good. Like I think the oatmeal, I have like an oatmeal IPA thing or whatever. It's pretty good. I used to drink their, they had like a hazelnut. No, wait, that's Rogue. I think Dogfish Head just has a really good IPA. But like usually Dogfish Head is one of those breweries where they sell like the 4-packs of beer, but then they're more expensive than 12-packs. Okay. So you know it's delicious, albeit pricey. But like for that price, I'm usually buying like Golden Drock or like Duval or something.
So I mean,
I don't know. It is what it is. Beer's good though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, beer's good. So
y'all should already know what my favorite beer right now still is.
It's the Pizza Port.
It's a Pizza Port Amber.
Yeah.
It's the Chronic. The Chronic Ale is what it's called. Red. It's delicious. Yeah. But no, like that's like the cool thing about. I don't know what happened.
You said the L word.
Oh. Free beer, that's
Mr.
my
Hawks,
favorite.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Free beer is my favorite beer. So when it's a free beer is in its own category. Because free beer, it could be like anything, and I'll still think it's
What
my
if it's
favorite.
a Budweiser? Like
I'll
not
still
even a
drink
light.
it.
Same.
I'll
be like, ugh.
I'll just have to power through it, but I'll still drink. But I'll just be like, okay,
I'll be like,
I'm just drinking
into the beer bottle.
I'll be just like, this is what drinking piss is like. But that's fine. That's why when people say, do you really know what piss tastes like? I'll be like, yeah, I drank a Budweiser.
I do, and I don't even care that I
drank a Budweiser, but it was free, so we did it. We made it fucking happen. But yeah, so I mean, okay, like since we're talking about beers, what about cocktails? I love a cocktail, but let me tell you,
this is where I check out.
Let me tell you, I'm a cocktail person that needs to have it in a nice, pretty glass.
Every time there's a cocktail,
I'm out.
No, that's your fault.
You hear that?
You're not enjoying life.
I mean,
You're
I'm
not
enjoying
living life.
Look, cocktails are okay. Cocktails are okay. I can have like a cocktail or two. Typically one cocktail a night. Like, let's say we go out, right? Okay. I'll put this in a couple scenarios. Number one, we're at a house party, right? Someone's like, oh, I make the best old fashions. Can I make you one? I'd be like, sure, make me an old fashioned.
Wait, time out. If you're at a house party, no one fucking knows how to make a old fashioned. So there's your mistake. So don't
I'm giving
try
you
it.
multiple scenarios, okay? Oh, I make the best old fashions. Okay, I'll take it. I drink it. I'm like, okay, it's sweet. It's very sweet. I'll drink it. And then as soon as I'm done with that cocktail, I'm like, okay, you got any beer in here? Or I would have probably most likely already brought my own beer, so I just start drinking those. And I'm like, okay, good. We're bringing the palate back to not as sweet, right? That's my goal when I drink. I don't want a lot of sugar. All right? Okay, scenario 2. We go out to a bar. Just any old bar, right? And then you get a cocktail, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll get a cocktail. All right? So I get, let's say, a Jack and a Coke. Oh, cool, man. I'll drink a Jack and Coke. I'm done. I'm done after one. Give me a beer. Bring the palate back, right? And then scenario 3, we go somewhere special that is known for their cocktails. A place that's all about the cocktails. You go there because they have cool cocktails. All right, I might try 2, 3 max. But then by the end of that, I feel like I'm just like, my mouth, I feel like I ate 20 Jolly Ranchers and I'm not even drunk. You know what I mean? So I just want the beer. Just give me the beer.
Okay, guess what?
Okay, so that's
Okay, your scenarios?
it. Yeah.
Dumb. Okay, because I'm going to tell you right now, 100%. I'm going to debunk it
Okay.
one by
All right.
one. Okay?
First of all,
Okay,
let's have a drink.
One by one.
Let's have a drink. Oh, I
One
said
by
it
one.
twice. Sorry. I hit the bell one more time.
Let's do this. So,
Thank
look, one, you're at a house party, someone made
Uh-huh.
you drink. No one's making you the right old fashioned. They're gonna be making you. If you're at a house party, these bitches are making you, fucking like cranberry and vodka or some weird fucking screwdriver with like orange juice and maybe some jungle juice. And then they'll say, "Oh, this is an old fashioned," and it's not an old fashioned. It's fucking jungle juice.
I mean,
Okay, disgusting.
I could do a screwdriver
Second
or
of
a
all,
cran vodka,
if it's in if it's at a house party, they're serving that shit in a red cup, nothing else. So they're not even serving it in an appropriate glass for cocktails. Okay?
True.
So, and you know, because beer lovers know this too, that like you have to serve beer in the appropriate glass. It
true.
is not good
I mean,
when
look,
it's served in just in the can,
in a can
that it comes
is.
from.
I mean, this is doable, right? I prefer these. Like, it's funny because in my youth, in my 20s, I loved a beer bottle, right? I thought beer bottle, that's awesome.
Yeah, because
Now,
in your 20s,
I like
you're
a
like,
can.
oh, like when you were
I like a can.
when you were drinking
Give me a
when
can.
you were drinking a beer when you were 16, you're just like happy you got the beer. So you're like, oh, in
But
a
I-
can, it's like so cool.
But I
And
thought the
then-
bottle tasted better.
And then you get a bottle, and then you're like, oh my god, this is so much more classy, tastes way better. And so you're like, oh my god, we stepped up. And then now you're looking down on the people that are drinking from the can. And then now, because you know that's really not how you're
Yeah.
supposed to drink a beer,
Well-
you're like, oh, where's my glass?
No, it's because, dude, it's so much easier when it's in a can. The can, I could stack them. I can fit like twice as much beers in a fridge or a
Yes,
chest
but
or a bag if
you
they're in a
have-
can. And I feel like the can is more consistent and just, you know, it's, I don't know, I just like the can. But ideally, even if it's in a can, I'm pouring it in a glass every time.
Yes, like
If I really want to enjoy the beer, I'm gonna pour it in a glass.
That's how you just store it. But when you're gonna
Right.
drink it,
Oh, you said that 2 times.
you're gonna pour it in the appropriate glass.
No, you're right. You're right.
So house party thing did it wrong. So no one's serving you cocktails right.
Look, we all
Okay,
know house
second
parties are
one-
always gonna, you know.
Second one,
It's
when
gonna be
you're at a
contentious.
regular bar and someone's giving you a Jack and Coke, like, okay, fine, I'll give you that one. You want a Jack and Coke, but if you continued on
That's a
drinking,
classic.
Okay, but if you continue drinking a Jack and Coke, first of
Uh-huh.
all, you're not getting too much. I mean, you are because you're having it with Coke, but it's not too much sugar. There's nothing else that they're mixing it with. It's straight up the liquor.
Yeah, but Cokes are really sweet. You know?
Yeah, but so then get it with something else. Like get
Like
it
what?
with, you could do gin and tonic or a gin
I mean, look.
and
Okay.
whatever.
Fair enough. With cocktails, I could go less sweet. But I don't feel like I can drink as much. Like, if it's beer, I could keep drinking. I just drink so many beers. But, like, all right, let's say with a Bloody Mary.
No, that's like a meal.
You know what I mean? Bloody Marys, I feel like I can only drink a couple because they're kind of spicy, and then I start to get heartburn. You know what I mean?
Like
and if I get a gin and tonic, I just feel like, well, now my palate just tastes like herbs.
Why?
Because the gin and tonic, they put like a mint leaf in there or some shit.
No,
you know what I mean?
Don't.
I don't know. Dude, it doesn't taste as good as beer. First of all, gin is one of the grossest liquors out there.
Or vodka.
Okay? Same thing with vodka, all right? Tonic, I'm just saying, gin and tonic, it's nice and fresh. I feel like if I have 2 of those, I'll be like, that was good, I'm feeling good. But then every time I'm done, like, I have 2 cocktails, I'm ready to drink beer. I feel like beer is my default line. And everything else is like
I just
leading up to the beer. You know
I just think it's because you might not know how to handle yourself when you have cocktails. And
I mean, that may be true.
You kind of are familiar with how you're going to feel with the beer. And so you could kind of gauge yourself.
It's possible.
So, but that just takes practice.
I'm just saying that, like, it's always more enjoyable when I'm drinking beer than when I'm drinking only cocktails. Like, I'm cool with drinking cocktails, but I need to fall back on... that's actually 2 bells, I'm sorry. I just want to fall back on beer. You know what I mean?
So...
I don't know.
What I'm going to say... I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that if you're a beer person, you're a beer person. Yeah. I'm just a cocktail person. I love a good cocktail in a nice, pretty glass.
Why'd you hit the bell?
Because I said the L word.
Oh.
And I'm not going to say it again.
No. You're cool.
Okay, so...
Which picture's better, this one or this one?
That one's more classy. That one's... I think, like, you should change it
I'm trying to make it seem like we're sitting in the chairs.
Well, we're definitely not sitting in the chairs in that one. You're definitely...
We're so far away. Here, I'm going to bring you closer.
Why don't you just sit me in a chair? You could move
Oh my god, I could do that.
Yeah, what the fuck is
But that's not your whole body.
So?
Hold on, wait. What if I do this?
Or put me behind the bar and you on a chair, because I'm the bartender.
No, I got this. But I'm going to it's going to be like my back is to you.
So?
Okay.
Okay, everyone out there, are you really looking for this to be, like, realistic?
No.
No, they're not. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck that it's not realistic.
This is so dumb.
Mr. Hawks wants it to be realistic.
Look at
I mean, I don't know. We don't got that movie money to make it happen.
What do you think of this? This is kind of cool.
Sure. But now you have me right where the shakers are. You have to have me right between the shakers.
All right, how's this?
No, you gotta put me over here, closer to the thing. Yeah, right. Okay, you stay there. And put me over here. No, this way. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
But not where the lamp is. Shrink me a little. Put me right there. Yeah. See.
Like this?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, and then I'm just
on this chair right here.
Can I be behind the bar too? I guess
you can. We could both be bartenders.
Okay. How's that?
Except now I look like a giant and you look like a little tiny little motherfucker.
Hold on, I can work on that.
Put yourself over there.
Hold on. I'm gonna make myself a little bigger. How's that?
Put yourself over there. You're too close to me.
What? Well, now I'm the shakers.
No, put it.
This is some bullshit.
You just have to move it over just a little bit.
This is some bullshit. How about I move this?
Oh no, you're just not understanding what I'm trying to tell you.
How about I'm over here?
Do you want me to?
Where do I go? I can't. You're pointing at a screen, dude.
There.
Oh, now she's getting up from her chair.
You put yourself right there.
Right here.
Yeah, and put me right here.
Okay. All right, go sit back down, please. Where you belong. Sit in your chair. You're gonna ruin the immersion. Okay, now we're bartenders.
See?
Okay, how can I help you? All right. For audio listeners, you have no idea what's happening. Please go to youtube.com/@ Odd Valley Studios to see what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, break the immersion. But
okay, this is kind of funny, right?
Yeah, see, it
right.
works.
Cool.
But anyway, so what I was saying is that, like, I love a cocktail in a nice, pretty glass. I mean,
I just want to put the back of Mr. Hawks' head, but like, I want to... Mr. Hawks, you need to send me a picture of you sitting down, but from behind.
That would be... I mean, we could do that. But okay, but what I was saying was that...
Sorry, continue.
That's why I love... That's why I...
You didn't even say the word. You say love.
Love.
All right.
Your mom, because she understands that whenever she makes me cocktails...
Ask your mom, dude.
Whenever she makes me cocktails, she mixes it and pours it in a pretty glass.
Oh, yeah, no, okay. So let's talk about glasses, right? So you know that I love glasses. And maybe I inherited that from my mom. Because all throughout the house, she'd have, like, weird-ass, like, cinnamon in oil in, like, a really cool glass. Just sitting on, a fucking... I want to say ledge, but that's not right. Like a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a bookshelf full of like, I don't know, like a thing full of pasta next to like a thing full of oil with like weird stuff in it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just have to say with this immersion thing.
What, am I bigger than you now?
No, why does my, like, it shows more of my body? Like, see, it's like right here, and then yours is right where your boob is.
It's because look at how far you are away from your camera.
No, but I like the way I am. I don't like the way you are.
It's because the camera.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
It's better. Sorry, Mr. Hawks, you broke the immersion for you. We are not really behind the bar. No one knows. No one understands.
This is cracking me up, dude.
What is happening? Okay.
So now we're both bartenders. I should be like, hold on, I gotta go get some ice.
Yeah, see, now no one can see you.
All right, I'm back.
But okay, anyways,
Okay.
so like we're just gonna say that like I love a person who can appreciate a good cocktail glass. But let's move on.
Look, I like look. There's all.
I said the L word.
There's also like a lot of beer glasses. There's like the goblet one that's like only 8 ounces, 16 ounces or whatever that they pour usually like the Belgians into or like the fruity ones. There's the pint glasses, which I love the most. I want Jacob to be lower again because then it kind of just looked like bring your kid to work day. What are you trying to say? Is it because my shirt is shrunk a little?
No, he's saying that so it could be so you're smaller, so then it does look like you're a child if you were shrunk.
Oh, you want
again.
me to be smaller?
Yeah.
Okay, is that better?
Oh yeah, it does look like.
Hey, okay, so like, how you guys doing today?
Oh,
what kind
Lord.
of cocktail do you want?
This is an illegal bar. They would have shut. They would have shut us
bring
down.
It back up, man. I don't know. This feels
They would have
weird.
shut us down.
I'm scared. This is fun. Anyway.
Good.
Moving along. So yeah, Neon Pocket Dimension. It's been a big part of
Yes.
our network here, if you want to call it a network. You know, we added Steven this very recently, and we've been
I think he was a good addition.
Yeah.
I watch it religiously. I think
Thank
it's
you. I
funny.
appreciate that.
You know, I think it's really funny. I mean, even though you guys are not drunk.
Well, hey, I drink like maybe I said it too. 2 beers maybe every episode just because I'm hanging with the boys. Every time I try not to have a beer on that podcast, everyone's always having a beer.
I
So
just
then
think
I'm
it's
just
funny
like,
because
fuck.
when you guys first decided this, I'm going to tell, okay, this might break immersion for everybody that watches Neon Pocket Dimension, but I'm going to say, when you guys first decided to create this, you're like, oh, it's going to be on a weekday, so we're not really going to drink, so no one's going to drink.
That's 2. Why'd you say it a second time? Grab me
And-
another beer, please, when you have a sec. I can't reach them from my side of the bar.
Yeah, the beer cooler's on my side of the bar.
That's true.
He only has the weird shit, like,
I got this
the
Avery Brewing White Rascal.
he only
right
has
here.
the non-alcoholic shit on his side, so it's boring.
That's true, yeah.
But,
I have the NA Bev over here.
yeah. But, so, they were saying they're not going to drink, that's why they could do it on the weekdays, right? And then I started watching, and all these motherfuckers were drinking.
Yeah, that's what we do. How many times did you say it?
3 times.
The fuck?
So, you know. And then, so, I mean, while they don't drink as much as we do on this show, oh, damn, they still do. So,
look.
So they lied, everybody.
Hey,
they lied.
Chugging IPAs is intense. No, I mean,
I guess it's an option. Sometimes they do.
I just really only have like 2.
Sometimes,
and sometimes I don't. I mean, yeah, so, like I'm down with the LaCroix sometimes, but that's my midweek boys' night with the nerds. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time to chat about, you know, Starfield and stuff like that.
I'm trying to get really drunk before we go to before we talk about the next stuff, because the next thing is gonna be a thing about me, and it's gonna be really weird.
It's not gonna be really weird. It's gonna be epic. Anyway, so I just wanted to just have a little talk about it. So like, yeah, I feel like Neon Pocket Dimension, we're doing well with it. It's kind of become the focus of the network because we've backed off on this show a little. Well, you know, y'all
our livers.
Yeah, y'all should know that. Oh, Mr. Hawks is playing Starfield right now. Hell yeah.
Okay,
we could talk
Mr.
Starfield.
Hawks, you could talk about Starfield because I do know a little bit about it, because Jacob had been playing it forever, and then he was like trying to show me these things, and there was this one outfit he tried to wear on that, and I was like, no.
She's hating on my outfits.
It was like a weird, like...
What was it?
It was like he looked like the biker on the YMCA video. You know that video, music video, YMCA, blah blah blah, and then it had like a cowboy and a construction worker and like
this guy.
Yes.
This guy right here.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a village.
Yes. People. Yes.
No,
he looked like a village person.
That's kind of
weird.
And
then I was like, okay, I mean, if that's what you were going for. But the thing was, he was showing me a picture of a cooler outfit. He's like, oh, should I wear this? And I was like, yeah, you should wear that.
But that's why I asked you.
And then I looked down because I was reading. And then I looked up. And I was like, oh, no, that wasn't what I picked. He was like, that's not what I picked. And then he was just running around like that.
Well, remember when I had the poncho on?
Yeah, that poncho was dumb, too.
What? Why are you hating on the poncho?
The poncho was dumb. Mr. Hawks, did your character have that poncho? Because I feel like you should get rid of that poncho.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Get rid
But then I had a suit that was like, it's like half purple, half teal, and black. That was kind of cool. I found a jumpsuit that was black and gold. He said, whatever. Good. Poncho's cool, man. Fuck you guys.
Don't wear the poncho.
And then I started finding the space trucker outfits, which were flannel top and jeans, and then just like a hat.
Yeah, but to be honest, like when he was playing, it was like
time.
Really weird. He was like, "Oh, guess what? I gotta transport livers, or I stole livers." I was like, "What the fuck is happening? Why are you stealing a liver?"
Those were illegal organ.
Yeah, he was like stealing organs. I was like,
allegedly.
What the fuck is happening?
Allegedly.
Why are you stealing organs?
Well, here's the thing, right? So, like, in that game,
he's like a space cowboy or something.
Yeah, of course. I'm always wearing my cowboy hat in that game because I'm a, badass cowboy man. But in that game, there's...
I mean, true, but then what if people did need them, Mr. Hawks?
Look,
and
people don't know them? People don't know what Mr. Hawks is saying. So if you're going to respond to what he's saying, you should read it.
He said that, hey, the people who had them don't need them anymore. And it's like...
True.
But what
when
if
you
he was
murder people, then you could just wear their clothes.
No, but the organs.
That too. So let me explain the contraband thing, all right? So in Starfield, there's contraband, right? So there's a big war, and they made mechs, like in Armored Core 6. You know that game I've been playing?
Okay, yeah.
So like Gundam, right? Like big walking robots, right? There was a big war with big walking robots. To make peace in the galaxy, they outlawed all mechs. So there can't be any mechs anywhere. So if you have mech parts, it's contraband, and it's worth a lot of money, right? Same thing with black market organs. Same thing with drugs and stuff like that. So if you go through like, you know, faster than light speed, which in this game is it's called grab jumps. You have a grab drive or whatever, right? You can go faster than light and like teleport to places, right? If you end up on a planet that's controlled by people, they scan your ship, and if you have contraband, they arrest you, right? So there's certain ways to sell it. Either you can get storage that is shielded, so then when they try to scan it, it won't show the contraband, and then you could skirt by, right?
I'm sorry, I was making a face. I can never control my face. So if you're telling
Drink.
me, I'm just gonna tell you right now, if you're ever telling me a story, it's all in my face. I can never hide what I'm thinking, because my facial expressions will show it. And I am very sorry, but I was disturbed by what you were trying to tell me right now.
Right.
And
So
by
contraband.
what Mr. Hawk said in the chat.
So either you go to a planet that's like controlled by police and stuff. Essentially, that's just the way to think about it. They scan your ship. If you have shielded cargo and you have enough cargo, essentially you have to have, this is kind of mathematic, but if you have this much cargo, you can only fill like this tiny amount for it not to get scanned, right? But there's like a % chance that they'll scan it or not, right? Based on how much cargo space you have versus how much contraband you have on your ship. That's kind of how it works. Or you could just like befriend the pirates by going through a mission, and you could just like go to them and they don't scan shit, and you just sell all this black market shit to them. It's no big deal. But what I was doing is I made an outpost on some random planet, and I would just like take all the contraband, and I would just like walk up to my outpost and just dump it on the ground inside my outpost and then just leave. And I'm like, later on I'll come back, I'll pick up that contraband, and then I'll sell it once I have the means to do it.
But then the organs would not be useful anymore.
They're in cryostasis, I'm assuming, because they don't have like a shelf life. They don't have an expiration date.
I guess.
You know what I mean? But that's like part of the game that I thought was kind of fun.
Gross.
They probably could have. Yeah, they're in a suitcase. They're fine.
No one can use
That's
them
right,
anymore.
Mr. Hawks.
No one can use them. No one can eat them because they're expired.
But they're worth a lot of money, albeit
the organs
whatever
are
they're
now.
worth, you're selling them for like 30% of that, which is like annoying in this game. Like the game says, oh, value, let's say 10,000. You're like, whoa, and you sell it for like 500.
Oh,
That's some
dumb.
bullshit.
That is bullshit. I would be really upset about that.
That's the only thing I'm mad about at Todd Howard. Todd Howard, how are you gonna try to tell me I'm gonna sell these
Because
organs
he's
for
trying to
$1,300
say-
bucks,
maybe
and it's
he's-
only $300?
Maybe he's trying to tell
is
you that you shouldn't sell organs.
Nah, fuck that.
Maybe it was a way of saying, see,
Dude,
don't sell the organs because
bro,
you're not gonna.
okay.
You're still not gonna.
Let me give you a scenario, okay? You are a space cowboy, right? And your mission is to find some space pirates and kill them. So you do that. You go to their outpost, you murder them however you want. Either you're sniping them for a distance, or you're sneaking around and stabbing them in the throat, or you just go in guns blazing, blah, 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 right? You end up in their base, you're going through, you're stealing all their stuff, you're taking their clothes, like we said earlier, taking their weapons. You could sell those things, right? And then you find a hidden safe, right? You pick the lock. Guess what's in there? Black market organs. What do you do, Joy? Mochi Squeeze, what do you do?
I'm not.
Do you just leave them in the safe, or you take them? Because you could see right there, oh shit, this thing's worth like $1,500.
Okay.
Don't you want to make
Okay.
that money?
No, this is what I would do. Okay.
What would you do?
Ready? This is what I would do. Okay, Space Cowboy Mochi Squeeze is out there.
Say partner.
Okay, he's out there. No, I'm not gonna say partner. Is out there trying to is hunting pirates. Get
Okay,
the pirates.
sure.
Okay, I'm
You
a
find
space cowboy.
illegal contraband.
I find illegal contraband.
You find mech parts, which
So,
we know are illegal.
There are stuff that are like that I will take. Like I will
Okay.
rob them for sure. Okay, because they're pirates. So
Yeah.
I hunted them. We killed them or whatever we did. But the minute I saw organs, I would be like, I don't know. This,
just gonna
this
leave
seems
them?
a little. This seems a little bit like unethical.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm gonna
Contraband is always unethical.
So I would be like, I'd question it. I would be like, okay, is there a way I could like just take them and be like, hey, hospital, I found these. Here, you
No.
can have them.
No.
Is there like a label on it from where it was stolen? I would return it to where it was
Negative.
stolen.
See, that's the thing. People have complained. They're like, why can't I have contraband and turn it into the authorities for a small finder's fee?
Yes.
No, you can't. If you have it on your ship and you show up and they scan and they see it, motherfucker, you're in jail. That's it.
Because am
Simple
I a
as that.
good? Because then I would have to ask myself, am I a good space cowboy, or am I?
Are you a white hat or are you a black hat?
Am I a white hat, black hat, or am I a halfy, like chaotic,
Gray hat.
evil? Like, am I a chaotic evil? Am I
Right.
chaotic good?
Or a neutral.
Or am I a neutral? Because we need
Right.
to know if that's the case.
I mean, that's a good point. I don't know. That's the choice you make.
Clearly were a black hat.
No, I'm a gray hat because
You're
I would do good things
clearly
and
a
do
black
bad
hat.
things sometimes. Look, no, I'm just trying to make money. All right, so that's neutral.
Black hat.
That's fully neutral.
Black hat.
No, black hat is if I'm ripping the organs out myself.
Black hat, you're a 1%er. How much money did you have?
1%er.
How much money did you
What?
have? How
I'm
much
not
money
a
did you have?
corpo. Do not call me a corpo.
How much money did you have in Starfield?
I don't know, man.
At the end.
I'm in, like 15 grand. But that's after I dumped like 80 grand into my ship, dude.
1%er.
Dude, my ship was called the Venture and it was glorious. But
1%er.
spoiler alert, and this isn't really a spoiler.
Spoiler alert, he had a G6 private jet.
What?
That's what his ship was. And everybody else
G6. No, it
everybody
was
else
bigger.
was flying
It was
commercial.
bigger. It was like a freighter.
See, even
bigger.
worse. He's like not even arguing the point that he's
Dude,
not a 1%er.
You want to pretend? I mean, how does that make me a 1%er? I'm not a corpo.
You are. You're just pretending.
I'm just
you're
going
not.
out into the galaxy and adventuring, man. You know?
Uh-huh.
And selling what I can.
Sure.
And buying shielded cargo so they can't
Sure,
scan
see?
me. I got an achievement for sneaking. By the way, Mr. Hawks has all the achievements, so he's done this too. By the way, Excuse
Again, Mr. Hawks.
I have an achievement for
You
me sneaking contraband into a planet that tries to scan me. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Anyways.
So anyway,
move
that's a
on.
little bit of
That's
Starfield talk. What a great
Starfield
game.
talk. It
But
was-
like I was about to say before you interrupted me, little bit of spoiler talk. Not really. There is a new game plus. New game plus in any game means you start over, but you have the stuff from the game. So it's like you start from the very beginning, but you have all your weapons and your skills and stuff. So like I am there, but you kind of lose like your items, but you have your skills and your strength. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's where I left off. So like all that money you're talking about, guess how much money I have right now?
I have no idea.
Zero credits.
See?
Yeah, he's on New Game Plus 6.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you know from Dark Souls, from software games, similarly, you essentially keep beating the game and it starts a new game plus. So that means that Mr. Hawks has essentially beaten Starfield 5 times and he's on his sixth start over.
Okay, how many times are you like a rich person and how many times are you a good person? How many times are you a black hat
Look,
and how many
in
times
the-
are you a white hat?
In the
How many
time
times
that,
are you a gray hat?
in the time between the games like coming out and now and him being New Game Plus 6, he probably hasn't spent a lot of time in any of those universes building his money. He's mostly just going in and just killing stuff and finding
Black hat.
stuff and starting over. That's what I'm guessing. But anyway,
But no judgment.
It's
If you
a
want to be
fun
a black hat, I feel like
it's a fun game.
if you want to be a black hat, cool.
At the end of the day, that he said that's it.
Yeah.
I got him pegged down. I just know. But
See?
in my New Game Plus 1, I'm going to slow down on beating the game, and I'm going to create an empire.
Oh.
I'm going to create a fleet of ships.
Even
I'm gonna
worse.
create an outpost, several outposts, factories. I'm ready, man, to put my time into there. But guess what? I don't have time for that shit because I gotta beat Armored Core 6. I gotta beat Liza P. I gotta buy the new Mario game coming out in October.
So
Fuck. There's too many
let's
games.
transition into that. So Jacob is talking about that, which is how I feel about my books. Okay? Like,
yeah.
I love
God damn, girl.
all the books I'm reading. So Jacob has gotten me into this series
Akatar.
called A Crown of Thorn and Roses, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And there's like, I think 5 books.
I'm bringing
in it,
up the website.
And
Excuse me, A Court of Thorn and Roses.
A Court of Thorn and Roses.
That's the first
book.
book.
Like, I'm gonna tell you that I love these books. Like, which is, if anyone knows me, which I'm sure not a lot of people out there really do. I like when I read. My favorite books to read are really like romance books. And not romance books like Daniel Steele where like there's a lot of fucking sex happening, okay? Or like I like
how we're just kind of floating.
I like young romance. Like, that's why I'll be honest, I do read a lot of YA, and I do read a lot of like college whatever things, because
Spillage.
I do like the young love, because it's so like, it's so innocent, and then it brings me back to a time where like everything was just like, yes, it was like hard and you had heartbreak or whatever, but it was still easy, you know, there wasn't any weird shit happening. But anyways, so when he brought this to me, he was like, oh yeah, they said that it was kind of spicy. And I'm like, I don't want spicy. Okay, like, I don't want to read anything spicy. If they're gonna describe a penis to me in this book, like, I don't want a penis described to me, because I know how they describe penises. No pee-pee. Okay, I know how they describe penises. I know how they describe wet vaginas, and I really don't want it described to me. Okay, so please don't do it. And he's like, no, it's supposed to be like a fantasy. It's supposed to be like a woman's, like, Lord of the Rings, and there's some spicy stuff, but it's not like a 50 Shades of Grey type of thing. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll give it a chance. And so he bought me the first book. I read it, and yeah, there was a little bit of spice, but it was like, okay, it was a good spice.
There was sugar, spice, and everything nice.
There was good spice. It wasn't like all in like 50 Shades of Grey, but it did, like, you know, get it there. It was like still good with, like, you know, with still the fantasy story. So it was really good. But the thing is about this author is that she writes a lot. And that second book is like fucking thick. It's thick as a motherfucker. Like, 3 out of 5 of these books are fucking 800 something pages long.
Perfect for fans of Kristen Cashore and George R.R. Martin.
It's like fucking thick. So the thing was, it's like, I was reading it. I was at the second book. The second book's really thick. I'm like, I just really need to get, I have like OCD with it. It's like, I have to finish a book before I start a new book. But it was starting to get to spooky season, and I was really itching for like spooky season books. So I finished this one, and then I was able to read my spooky book, right? But then when this ended, I was like, oh my God, I need to know what happened. So then I needed the next book. But the next book is like almost 900 pages. So I'm saving it. But it's daunting, just like how Jacob was saying. Like, he has so many games that he wants to play. For me, there's so many books I want to read, but like,
there's so much.
It's like so hard to decide what to read, and it's like, it's hard for me to jump back and forth because I don't want to forget the story. And it's not like a show where you can just fucking really real quick fucking watch the show. this is like you gotta fucking use your brain power and you gotta read these words over and over again. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, for the gamers out there, it's like I started God of War Ragnarok right when you got me the PS5, like earlier in the year. I think it was this year, wasn't it?
yeah, I
Yeah?
feel like.
It was the God of War edition version or whatever. With it was the bundle that included the game. Sorry everyone, excuse me. And like the thing about that game, first of all, I'm playing it on hard, right? So it's already a hard game.
Jacob doesn't ever do easy. He's always full on hard.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's
I just
what she said.
like.
We just had to
Let's
drink
just
for
take
that.
a sip. But the thing about the combat of that game, or even the first God of War, is that like you have to. It takes a little bit of time to ease into it, and not to mention the story and like everything that's going on. But then all these other games came out and I played them and stuff. Now I'm gonna come back to that game like, what's going on? What buttons do I press? What do I do? When I get back to God of War, I'm gonna be like a mess.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like that's what you're describing.
Yeah.
Like,
but I don't feel like it will be like this for A Court of Thorn and Roses, because that is singed in my mind right now.
That's good.
But speaking to that, so I'm taking a break a little bit from that series.
Yeah.
And I'm reading this book called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
Right.
And it's really good, but it's about video game developing. It's a story about two friends who make a video game that is beloved by all of everyone, and they and it's about the relationship, how it happened and everything like that. And reading it I feel like is good for if you are a game developer. I think you would really love this book. It's kind of like, in the sense, I mean, I guess I don't know because I'm not a game developer, but like I remember when I read Ready Player One, that was for the gamers, right? People who game and did all these things, and it was a really good book, and I felt like a lot of gamers might have liked it, but also there were a lot of gamers that probably thought there were too much tropes and stereotypes in it. But
I would say the movie, you could have that opinion, but I feel like the book was like a love letter to like classic games and old school games, essentially. You know what I mean? And not to mention
you said the L word.
Not to mention like anime and like essentially like millennials and even the generation before millennials, like all the nerdy shit is represented in there, essentially. Like even Gundam, there's a Gundam in there. Did you know that? Yeah, which if you know me, I didn't really start fully getting into Gundam until this year. I watched every series I possibly could in 2023 on top of all the games and shit. So if I go back and read the novel, I'd be like, oh shit, I know exactly what Gundam that is. It's probably the RX-782.
Well, I think that this story would be for game developers.
Well,
on the other end.
We were talking about this book, and you were like, oh, they mentioned a legendary game developer. I think his name is Hideki, or what was it?
Yeah, the guy who made Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
So they do reference a lot of things, but it's a really good story about two friends. About two friends who like create this wonderful thing, and
y'all know who that is, right?
It's pretty good, and I think that you guys should read it. So far,
Hideo?
Yeah,
Kojima?
so far I like love it. Yeah, yeah. So
I was
far,
waiting
like,
for
really,
Mr. Hawks to say it.
So far I really like it, and I think
it's Kojima.
If you read books,
Death
I think
Stranding.
this is a good book to read. I mean, so far,
yeah,
it's pretty good. So and I'm partial to paperbacks. I really don't like hardcovers, but this book is a hardcover, and that's just because when their paperback offer is like large print.
Yeah.
And I could see still. It doesn't need to be like this big. I'm okay. I could read like, a normal person.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't say normal person. I'm sorry. I was told that like I should never really use that word because it's not really like appropriate. I mean, like,
yeah,
like
What is normal anyway?
Yeah, because like nothing's like whatever. So I mean I get it, and I'm sorry I shouldn't say that. I mean I can still read tiny letters. Basically, I can still read it. It's fine.
You can read little baby letters.
Yes, but okay. But besides that, that is what I'm reading right now. I have a daunting list of books that I do want to read. But if anyone knows me, like I'll get through it. I just have to. It just really puts me out. Like Jacob knows. Like if I'm reading, I'm reading. Like I only say like 3 or 4 words to him sometimes. Like if I'm like, okay, when are we eating? Did you make this food? Okay, it's time to sleep. Is basically all I say to him if I'm like really into a book, which he might like and which he might not like, because sometimes he's trying to finish a game too. But honestly, that is why I love Jacob, because we could do these things, because he has things he's obsessed about, I have things I'm obsessed about, no one's like really pissed about it, we do our thing.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. But hey, we're talking about books, right? I've finally started to continue reading Uzumaki.
Also, I said the L word.
Uzumaki by what's his name? Junji Ito. What a good time that is. If you guys want to be spooked out right now, I'm about to show a fucked up image.
He's gonna show you real quick. I need to run down and get more Diet Coke, because I've decided I just want to stick to cocktails.
What the fuck?
Don't worry, I'm gonna listen.
So let's get weird with the Uzumaki stuff. What is Uzumaki, you may ask? Well, number one, it's a manga series by Junji Ito, who is a Japanese horror icon. So here's some of the really fucked up images. Let's get weird. So Uzumaki, if you've ever heard of Naruto, which is a huge anime manga series as well, his name is in English, his name would be Naruto Uzumaki. His last name is Uzumaki. But the word Uzumaki means spiral, right? So, going back to the manga, it's Junji Ito. It's his interpretation of what if spirals were scary, and so it's a little town in Japan that's being plagued by spirals that are killing people. People are turning into spirals. This woman's head is becoming a spiral. This guy's being obsessed with spirals.
No.
You know what I mean? It's really fucked up stuff.
Yeah, Mr.
And then
Hawks,
this woman,
I don't like any of these either.
This woman right here, she just wants to be normal, but then the whole town is just being slowly devoured by all sorts of spirals. Look at this image.
No, I don't want to look at it.
So yeah, it's really dope. It's a collection of short stories.
Get it out of here.
Essentially, although they all have.
We're not behind the bar anymore.
Yeah, no, we're sitting at like a little. Here, I'll put you by me. There you go. We're next to each other.
This looks weird.
Shut up.
I don't like it.
We're sitting at a booth.
This is not.
Essentially, like, he found a way. Like, I think of the Chuck Palahniuk story. I think it's called Haunted.
Oh,
but it's his. It's a collection of short stories that are fucked up. But then he also found a way to kind of weave them together. Uzumaki is essentially the same concept, where he just has like, okay, here's different people dying in spiral form. But then the way to connect them is this like high school girl and boy who are kind of wrapped up in the situations. At first it's the boy's parents who are going through the ordeals, and then it's a friend of theirs from school, and then it's the girl's dad, and
no, I don't like this story.
All this stuff's happening. I forget the names at the moment.
Is that how you pronounce his name, Mr. Hawk says?
I don't know. But
I'm terrible at pronouncing names, so I can't be the one to tell you. I'll say it completely wrong.
All I'm saying is if you like,
I don't even know how to pronounce Klein.
If you like horror, Yeah, no, yes, it's spelt really fucked up, but it is Chuck Palahniuk. That's how you pronounce it. That's correct.
I do know that just
That
because
is
like I read
correct.
Fight Club. And
That is how you.
that is
I
how
know
you
it's
pronounce
it's
it.
pronounced. I mean, it's spelt really fucking weird. But anyway, so yeah, it's just kind of put through the lens of these two high school kids, the boy who's tormented and the girl who is like normal, and everyone else is like melting into spirals around her, and she's like always freaked out.
How have you been saying it? Can you
Yeah,
just like
can
type
you
it in the
phonetically
thing?
type it
It's
in the
okay.
chat?
Guess what? Don't be embarrassed. There's this one time I totally said Klein. I said sea line.
Oh no.
It was terrible. It was very
That's
bad.
rough.
I hate it. And everyone makes fun of me still
So
about it.
So anyway, I've read 5 chapters of the book. All of it was gory and weird and fucked up, and I can't recommend it more. Like it's so good, it's so imaginative.
I'm only gonna
It's so strange. Like a spiral. Like okay, when you think of a spiral, you think hypnotism, right? Typically, like woo, right? If someone holds up a spiral, you're thinking they're trying to hypnotize you. But take that to the next level where the spiral itself is like either contorting your body or fucking with everything. Even the smoke is a spiral. Even the clouds are a spiral. Even the river is spirals. Everything is spirals. And I really like that somehow Junji Ito is able to take something so like something you would never think about being malicious. Just something like, oh, there's a whirlpool. That's fun. Like if you were in the bath, I know, people don't normally take baths when they're adults, but let's say you're in the bath
when they're adults.
I'm just saying
I don't.
Not a lot of adults I know take baths, but let's say you're in a hot tub.
Of adults that
you're in a hot
baths.
tub right now. You're in a hot tub with your friends, and then all of a sudden you just like do this in the hot tub. You see a little spiral appear. Junji Ito found a way to make that scary.
Well, guess what?
And that's what I like about him, man.
All of that scares me, even the bathtub.
Yeah.
So
But
it's okay.
hey, just saying, it's so like that's the manga, that's the comic that I'm currently reading, and I'm loving it. We're getting into
Nice.
spooky season. I have 3 volumes of H.P. Lovecraft's works that I'm going to continue to read. I've read a bunch of those, but hey, I'm just happy that like I've actually like been able to put the video games down and the shows down and like actually pick up like a fucking actual real book and read it, even if it's a comic.
Okay, and before we end
stuff.
this one, all I'm gonna say is that I love my Kindle. Like I love that for travel because you could put like a whole bunch of shit on there. But I still prefer the regular book. I do. I still love feeling the pages.
You somehow moved your body off screen, by the way.
I did
you just
not.
scoot over to your left a tiny bit?
No, I'm trying to mix my
so you're
drink.
back
I'm the
on
bartender.
camera?
So
This is ridiculous.
Calm down. And Mr. Hawk said he's been pronouncing it Palahniuk.
Palahniuk. Yeah, no, I get it.
But that's okay.
I mean, have you ever read...
It's a hard name.
Have you ever read Fight Club? Like the actual shorts or novella?
Yeah.
It is good. It really is. It's worth it. Oh, there we go with the Diet Coke fucking commercial again.
ASMR.
Okay, so let's get into the main event of tonight.
Okay, the main event of tonight.
I have to kill the music,
God,
everyone.
Lord Jesus, I'm drunk enough, so it's okay. But so what he's talking about is because a couple weeks ago, my cousin turned 50, and she had this amazing party. It was a formal party at a hotel and everything like that. It was wonderful. The thing is, there was no alcohol served there. Okay. But there was a bar. And...
Right. Just keep going.
There was a bar, and the thing was, we had a whole bunch of fun, but And I want to say, I wasn't going to get up to do this, but then we were downstairs and we were drinking, and so I had already been drunk. And there was, at first they were doing like games, right? Like about her, like people would come up there and like answer.
Like trivia and stuff.
Like trivia and stuff. So there was a portion, and I could vaguely remember because I was already kind of drunk. And,
She's trying to avoid what's about to happen.
And no, I'm trying to tell you the leading up to it. And then they said this was going to happen. They need another person. And everyone at my table and the other table was like, Joy, 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 Joy.
Of
go,
course,
go,
Joy.
go, Joy. And I was like, no, I don't want to go. 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 And then they're like, Joy, just go. And I was like, okay, fine, fuck it. And so I went up there because I thought they were just going to ask questions. That they were just going to ask questions about my cousin. And then I would just be embarrassed because I got the questions wrong or I said some weird shit. But when I got there, it was a dance competition.
Yeah, it sure was.
It was a dance competition.
Let's let the rest speak for itself.
No, I have to say. But I'm going to say, look, if someone's going to say, okay, we're going to do a dance competition and I'm drunk, I'm going to do it. So sure.
My name's Jacob. All right, Josh.
And this is the video. I've never seen this video before.
Randomly play music. You know, you're gonna start with 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're gonna come up here.
See?
And then you're gonna dance.
And you can see, I'm already drunk. We're gonna.
And then at the
Okay,
just like you are now.
See, it's like. It's
Hold on, you
because-
said the D word. Hit the bell.
God, see, I'm just like really mad. Like, cause you guys made this happen.
so
I hate
everybody
you.
ready for this one?
Just chill and let it happen. Everyone's gonna love this. Trust me.
Okay. All right, just waiting
See?
for it to happen. Okay, all right. Here we go. Contestant number 1.
This is. I hate you.
Woo! Why do you hate me?
4. Contestant number 1. Pick song number.
No, I don't hate you. I'm just saying that I was very embarrassed.
Song number 4.
It's happening. It's happening.
You can do it, man.
I can't even.
I
believe
filmed this, by the
happened.
way.
Yeah, I can't. What is even happening? I just don't even understand. What was I even doing? I hate you. Oh my god, I hate you. And then I only allowed him to play
How
one
is
video.
this even, like, embarrassing?
No, okay, this is fine. Except that it's like the worst, but it's fine. But it is fine. But it is fine. But guess what? Guess what? I'm not gonna let him play the others.
It's
but
called
God,
art.
oh
That's
my
right,
God.
Mr. Hawks.
This
You're
is very
right.
embarrassing. This lady's like, I can't believe this woman did this. That old lady was mad.
Look, it wasn't even, it was like barely a fucking minute. Look at that guy's face. Come on, you know I took a good video. of
You
it.
did take a good
Alright,
video,
yeah,
but so
yeah.
that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't. I don't know if he recorded the last part, but like we had
No,
to
I
like
did.
do. Okay, don't play that one though.
Wait, what?
The one where like we had to win, and then we had to do they played the Genuine song.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I
Oh,
thought it
please,
was just
it's
one
okay.
part.
No.
So I only uploaded one part of it. So
Okay, because
we'll have to play that part on
okay,
another
because at
episode.
the end they were like, okay, it's down to 2 people, and it was me and then that old grandma that was beside me.
Oh my god.
And then they pulled out a chair. And I was like, okay, what's
Oh,
going on with the
no.
chair? And then they're like, okay. And then they played My Pony. They played My
Oh
Pony.
my god. Bwah,
And then so
bwah,
I was already
bwah,
drunk.
bwah,
And everyone who knows me
bwah,
knows that if I'm
bwah,
already drunk, I'm going
bwah.
to try to... Okay, it's a contest. We're winning.
Let's do it.
So I think I tried to shake. I shaked my butt. I tried to drop it like it's hot. I twerked a
Okay.
little bit, but everyone knows. I
Okay,
don't know
here's
how to
a
twerk.
here's a video of you and your
Ugh.
niece.
My God,
Let's
it was
do a video of
embarrassing.
you and your
it was very
niece.
embarrassing.
Let's do a video of you and your niece.
Oh, I love my niece. So
There we go.
what were we doing?
I don't know. It's only 13 seconds. Oh, so you're giving her a kiss.
Oh, she was
She's
drawing.
drawing.
It's because she was drawing.
And there you go. See? Wholesome. We
That
went
was
from you being raunchy to you being
No,
wholesome.
that wasn't even raunchy. I mean, I feel like if you had played the My Pony one, it would have been better.
All right, let's go through a couple of pictures. Here we go. Let's start with this picture.
What is even? What is that?
I'm drunk as fuck when I took this picture. I'm
Where
assuming.
is it?
I don't know. I think it's at the Aces game. What do you think of that?
Just take
That's
it
pretty
away.
good, right?
You're done.
What do you guys think of that picture?
Ugh,
Look at how sweaty I look. Woo!
God.
All right, let's go back. Let's see what else we got. Oops. And here's us also at the Aces game. What do you think of
that was this weekend.
Yeah, it's this past weekend. All right, I'm just gonna flip through the random pictures I uploaded.
But yeah, so that party was really fun. We all got really, 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 really drunk at that party. Me and my family. Like me and my family, when we get drunk together, it's just so much fun. We have a good time. And which was even more funny because we weren't supposed to be drinking at that party. There was no alcohol.
No, but there's a
that was
bar
supposed to
downstairs, so we kept leaving and going downstairs.
Yeah, we kept leaving. We kept going downstairs.
To the bar.
We had shots.
There should have been a bar there.
Okay,
The fuck?
but I'm going to say,
Every
I was
fucking
trying to,
thing like that
I was
should have a
trying to
bar.
keep it cool and not bring drinks upstairs. But then everyone was like, "Oh, it's okay. We could just bring a drink upstairs. They're not gonna know." And so I ended up doing it. But then I was like, we should keep it cool because I don't know.
Let's keep it to the pictures.
Because
What do you think of that picture?
But I thought it was funny that the guy said, I didn't know the guy said, "Okay, is the church people gonna be okay with this?"
Okay, are you ready to look at the pictures and not talk about the church people anymore?
Okay, sure. I just
Okay,
was saying.
what do you think of this picture?
Love it, but my eyeliner's fucked up.
Hit the bell. All right, next one.
Love it. That's a good candid.
All right. What about that picture?
Love my nails.
What about that picture?
Oh, yuck. Get the fuck out of here. I hate those things. I'm sorry. If you have a thing, like if you have like fucking baby on board or whatever, get it off here. No one cares that you got a baby on board.
I sent you this picture because I knew you'd hate it. Next.
I don't care how cute your baby on board sticker is. Like, no one's gonna be more careful because you got a baby on board. So
All right.
shut the fuck up.
All right, next.
I'm sorry, baby on board people.
About that one.
Where was that? I don't even know. Was I like, what's happening
That's
there?
Mochi Squeeze right
But
there.
that's the story of my life. That's my face when I'm drunk.
That's
Hurricane Joy.
I adore this picture. There's baby Sebastian.
That's baby Sebastian. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Miguel. Oh,
That was at the fashion show I was supposed to see my friend in, and they did it wrong, and I didn't get to see my friend in it. That same place.
Oh, this is a place in Vegas called Sayulitas, and they have big ass burritos, and you can get a hat that says big ass burritos. And they make burritos that are like
Big ass
hybrid.
burritos.
No, hybrid Filipino. Pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I love it. That's our dog, Aria.
Yeah, being
Being
choked
Aria,
out by
giving you
your
the
arm.
offensive side eye.
That's your arm.
Offensive side eye.
Oh, that's our new espresso machine that I love.
This was the best. This was a fun trip. This was the Huntington Beach trip with Jacob's family. Mm-hmm. And those nipples that you see there is
that's Matt from
last episode that taught us how to work out properly.
Those aren't a woman's titties. That's a man's titties.
That's Andrew.
And that's my brother-in-law behind me. Let's see what else you got.
We were very drunk then.
See,
there you go. You can see
there's
them.
Matt. There's Andrew, and there's me looking like, I don't know. Oh! It's a sculpture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's more sculptures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Another sculpture.
I don't
More
know.
sculptures.
Mm-hmm.
Sculpture.
Oh,
And
that's
that's
the
it.
video. That's it. Yeah.
That's all I have.
Okay. Well,
Show and
guess
tell's
what?
over.
Show and tell's over. We did it. We
I hope
made
you
it.
guys liked
We shot
everything we did.
Yeah, we did Barside chats. We talked
had
about
a fun time.
Starfield. We talked about books.
Yeah, Armored Core.
We
Armored Core 6 is a good game.
did a thing. The only thing I didn't
not
talk
forget.
about was how I was watching my Orange County Housewives. Which, they're,
How do you feel about those putas?
dude, they're wild, but I love them. These Orange County bitches are what I'm gonna be like when I am 50 years old, because they're all old now. I mean, except for like I think one of them is maybe I think like in their late 30s, but all of them are like basically 50, maybe hitting 60.
Basically.
You know what I mean? But they're rich bitches that live in Orange County, where I used to live, so that's why I'm obsessed with them.
Yeah.
Marcus tits.
And,
You must be
um,
hungry.
They do not know how to act, and they're all hypocrites. You know, because most of them are like, you know, they're like Christian, but not like really Christian.
For real?
And, you know, I just love seeing all those people act crazy.
This is how I feel about this is
Yeah.
how I feel about the housewives.
The wild women, the wild women, the ripping and the tearing, the ripping
Yeah,
and the
that's
tearing.
basically it. Like, it was funny because I was watching my Housewives when I was at lunch today, and then there was this one scene, and like I have my earbuds in, right, and I'm in the lunchroom, and I'm by myself, and then, but you know, it's a lunchroom, and so I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to myself how I do all the time, and
I'm fucking drunk.
and I'm like, oh, these bitches. I was like, oh, sure. You went to a shaman. You went to a shaman to clear your conscience. These bitches are going to fight. And then my doctor peeks his head in, and he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm just talking about my Orange County Housewives. And he's like, oh, yeah.
Was he like,
Who's in the box?
Yeah. He was like, those bitches are crazy. I was like, yeah, they are. They are. They are. They are. But yeah, they are. They are crazy.
wait, was he like this?
Looky, looky, I got hooky.
No, he doesn't like them. He thinks they're
No?
gross. He's very like.
So he
not-
was more like this.
Glasses, jacket, shirt. Call me glasses, jacket, and shirt man.
Yeah.
All right,
But anyways,
then.
okay, so that's what I did. Orange County Housewives.
Cool.
Love them. We'll watch them. Do I ever want to maybe party and drink with one of them? Yes, I would. But that's it. Do I think they're toxic? Absolutely. But you know, I could watch them ruin their lives on scripted TV, and that's what gives me pleasure, so that everyone can see. Everyone can see that they're hypocrites and they're terrible,
I'm just using all the samples.
because they are.
Guys, we're drunk. This is the end of the episode.
Yeah.
We need to pour a shot for the very end of the episode.
Sure. I didn't even need to bring extra things. You need to pour the shot
Yeah, you gotta give me your shot glass. Where's my shot glass?
over there.
Everyone, thanks for listening. We love you.
Yeah, I know we're like drunk.
Don't worry,
rambling.
the bell is over. We're not gonna hit the bell anymore.
Yeah, we're drunk rambling, which is like fun.
That's
Mr.
how you know
Hawks,
we're
like,
toward the
thank you
end
for
of
being
Odd Valley.
here.
Yeah, thanks for
And-
hanging out with
Yeah,
us,
thanks
Mr.
for
Hawks,
hanging
man.
out with
You know,
us. I mean, I know
we have a
it's
good
like-
time with you, man, buddy.
I know, like, wait, is there a time jump in Salt Lake City from here?
No, I think it's Pacific. No,
Is it, or is it the same time?
I don't think he's in SLC. You know who's in SLC? Steven.
Okay, but is it
Yeah, he's Mountain. Or no, he's saying Mountain.
an hour ahead?
An hour and
They're
ahead.
An hour ahead.
Dude,
Okay.
so it's like 9:38 right now for you? Shit.
That's still early
Dude,
for a Friday.
how about this? This is for you, buddy.
122 and an 8. Terrific.
That's still early
Where the
for
heck
a
is
Friday.
122 and an 8?
That's for you.
That's still early for a Friday, Mr.
How about-
Hawks. And guess what? That's okay because I know you're playing Starfield, so you could like do whatever. You should like have a drink. This is like when I try to drink and read, which never works out because that shit gets weird.
Dude, you're like 2 weeks ahead.
2 weeks.
So, but guess what? I'm
I just
really
love my
happy
soundboard.
that you hung out with us.
Yeah,
and
we
next
had a good
time
time.
when we do go to Salt Lake
Really good
City,
time.
we will hit you up because we should meet somewhere.
Dude, you know what's cool is that we are like, I figured out the podcast feed thing. So like, as soon as we post this episode, it's gonna go on podcast feeds. Isn't that cool?
Oh, nice.
So you could just like
Okay.
listen to our dumbasses and like assume what's happening.
We're all fucked
Is that kind of
up.
cool?
This is the thing about like.
Get ready for a surprise.
But what I do love about Odd Valley when. Whoa, it's
What?
saying- What I do love about.
What just happened?
Because I said the L word.
No,
Oh,
we're done
yes.
with the bell.
Mr. Hawk said you two need to come out here during MLS season. Yes,
Dude.
we do. Because guess what, Mr. Hawk?
We're gonna definitely come out there on your side of the bend because
Guess
we saw you
what,
in person in
Mr.
Vegas.
Hawks.
So
Because
it's gonna have to happen.
I watched my first soccer game with you, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
researched all these things about soccer to get prepared for the soccer game. I got so into like the world of soccer. And then I
Whoa.
was like, I researched all the rules. I
Whoa.
researched the difference between, MLS and then,
Great job.
the European,
Great job.
league and all these things. And then, so, like, I'm in it. We're doing
Wow.
it. So
She-
we could do that. And now I watch, what's it called? Now I watch that stupid reality thing for Wrexham because I just love reality shows.
That's
I
hot.
can't say so.
That's
but
pretty
it's
hot.
but it's a soccer one. I didn't know it was real. I didn't know it was a real soccer team. So mind blown.
Yeah.
But anyways, yes, we definitely should do that. I would love it.
We'll come out there one day because we have to visit Mr. Hawks and we have to visit Steven.
Have
So-
Steven go out and watch a game with us. We could all get together. It would be really fun.
Yeah, that sounds really great.
It would be really fun.
You know what, though?
No one thinks it would be
You know what's
fun. I feel like
happening?
it would be fun.
You know what's happening right now?
Yes, we're ending
Oh,
it.
the end of
Okay.
the episode.
Okay, so everybody, this is our
So
Coup de
this
Grace
is
shot.
the end of the episode where
Yes, our Coup de Grace shot. We have it from our old partner, Kevin. He used to
Love
be
you,
on the
Kevin.
show. We love him still. But Coup de Grace means love, laugh, love, and,
Noob Tank Pie. I'm sorry you're here late.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But we love you, buddy.
But we love you. Take a shot with us.
Take a shot right now.
Yes.
Well, we'll see you next time, maybe. Who knows when. But yeah, live, laugh, love, and drink. And, hey, we love you. We'll see you next time.